Hi, I'm Lou DiRienzo from the Axiom Group in Melbourne. Axiom Group was founded over a decade ago and specialising in cutting and manufacturing and supply of glass and aluminium balustrades. Today we'll take you through some of the processes in our plant.
Well, the first part of the process is here at the cutting table, where we have the Italian manufactured Balustrade cutting table. Along with that we have the Strello loading machine, which automatically picks up the glass from the rack, puts it onto the cutting table for processing. The glass is then cut according to all computer configurations for optimising. The Balustrade table is equipped with a carbine tip cutter. As you can see, it goes up and down and scans the actual piece of glass. Then computerised starts to score, cutting the piece of glass according to what was keyed in on the optimisation of the order, and then placed onto the trolleys for the second stage of the process. The glass is then processed by being broken up and then stacked onto the trolley for processing in the next stage. As you can see, after the glass has been processed by being cut, we bring it over to the polishing machine. So the glass starts off with a very sharp edge. This sharp edge is removed by polishing the glass. The next process we have is on the polishers. We have two polishers, the Balustrade, and the back one on the wall there is for smaller panels. This polisher here is run on grinding wheels and polishing wheels. As it goes through along the belts here, it actually picks up on the grinding wheels and the polishing wheels, water cooled by the water running through the jets. The machine then slowly polishes and cuts back the glass to perform a round edge to remove the sharpness and make it nice for finished product. So after being polished, this is now the finished product of the glass, with the edges being nice and smooth and rounded off, sharpness taken off. Another process in our facility is the Intermax CNC. The Intermax CNC performs holes in glass, shapes, hinge cutouts. It's all DXF files put through to the computer, which automatically sets up the panel to be drilled, holed or cut. And the Intermax now selects the appropriate diamond tip to do this particular job on this particular panel. The next process we have before furnishing the piece of glass is we take it to the Neptune wash, the LV1600. What this does is actually washes the glass with soapy hot water, and then we have turbine dryers to actually dry it. It's inspected at the end and then it goes to furnishing. The final stage is to toughen the glass through the furnace. 10mm panels, 12mm panels, 6, 8, 15 and so forth get furnace in groups. As they go through the furnace, we have an accreditation stamp, the Axiom Accreditation Stamp, that goes onto the glass. As the table is complete with all the glass on it, it makes its way towards the furnace, where it sits in there, depending on the thickness of glass, up to 15 minutes at approximately 600 degrees Celsius. Once that's complete, then it will be coming out into the chiller. In about 8 to 10 minutes, as the glass processes through the furnace, it will come through to this area here, which is the chiller, where a lot of air is dumped onto the glass to cool the glass down. The rollers will then go backwards and forwards to actually make sure that there is no bows into the actual glass. Once that stage is complete, the glass will come out onto the offloading table. Now that the glass has come out of the chiller, it's now at a temperature that can be held by a person. The stickers will be put onto the actual glass according to its right measurements and then stacked onto the trolleys here for dispatching. This is another process that we can offer to our clients by heat soaking the glass. The heat soaking, actually what it does, it ages the glass by approximately 25 years. At 300 degrees it runs for 6 hours. If there are any panels that are going to burst, it'll burst inside the oven and not out on the job site. The configuration is set up into the computer here by, as you can see, by all the series of fans which are up top of the oven. We set a temperature, we set the parameters on how many pieces of glass are in the oven, we set the ambient temperature, we then start up the machine by the following buttons here. Once this is done, we close the door, start up the machine, and it does its process for 6 hours. This is inside the heat soaker oven. All the glass is stacked one in front of each other using Teflon coated blocks to separate and divide the glass. As you can see by the arms there on the top on the right hand side, we can double stack. Along the walls, on both sides of the wall, there are wire there with thermostats that get attached to the face of the glass to make sure that each element is being tested at the right temperature. If this fails, then we have to do the heat soaking again. But generally it's always pretty good because of the fact that the oven does an even temperature right throughout. Once this is completed, then after 6 hours, we can open the door, pull the rack back out and offload the glass onto stillages or straight onto the trucks for delivery, along with a certificate of being heat soaked showing the actual graph as to what it did in its performance over the 6 hour period. As you have seen, the glass processing is quite complex. This ensures the high quality and exceptional service that the Axiom Group was founded on is maintained. For more information, visit our website axiomgroup.com.au or call 1300 652 336. Thank you.